Hello YouTube, this is HangRX again with another deck special. Well, I don't know what to call him, but yeah, I finished building this deck not so long ago and I started playing with it and it's really fun. I like it a lot. I like this build. It's pretty cheap. Everything's under like $5 or something. But yeah, here's my deck, Demise, King of Armageddon deck. It starts with 3, Demise, King of Armageddon. Basically, he's ritual summoned by a ritual spell card. And when you can pay 2,000 life points to blow up the field, which means also your side of the field, which can be really convenient for this build. 3. I use 3 Beast King Barbaros because he's an 8-star, and you could just dump him with a ritual spell card to special summon Demise King of Armageddon because they are exactly 8 stars, and that's really great. 2 Ancient Gear Godjiltron Dragon. Godjiltron. He's a 8-star, which you can trade. You can use him for a ritual summon for Demise King of Armageddon. Also, he's 3,000 hitter, and when he attacks your opponent cannot activate any trap or spell cards during that attack, which is really good against Mirror Forge and stuff, since they can't activate them. 2 of those. A Sangan, which searches out for Manju, the 10,000 hands. Basically, when you normal summon Manju, you get to add a ritual spell card or a ritual monster to your hand, which you can search out for Demise King of Armageddon or anything that you need to special summon him. I have that at 3. I have Black Salvo, also searchable by Sangan, and everybody knows the OTK with Demise King and Black Salvo. And basically, if you don't, he special summons a level 4 dark machine type monster, and he's a level 3 tuner, so you can tune it up real quick for Dark Strike Fighter to cause an LTK. Mechanical Chasers, just because you need normal monsters for Advanced Ritual Art to special summon Demise King of Armageddon. Also, he's a 4-star dark machine type monster, targetable by Black Salvo. 3. 2 Dekoichis, the Battle Chanted Locomotor, or whatever you call that. Well, Dekoichi. He's another 4-star dark machine type monster, and he's a draw engine. Basically, when you flip him up, you get to draw a card. So he's a good draw engine, and targetable by Black Salvo. Here's the ritual spell cards. I run 1. Advanced Ritual Art. Basically, Advanced Ritual Art, you get to dump normal monsters equal to the level of the desired ritual monster which you want to special summon, which is 8, which you gotta dump 2 Mechanical Chasers. End of the World and Contact with the Abyss, they basically work the same, but you get to dump cards from your hand or from your field equal to the number of stars of the desired ritual monster. Just 3 of these because you can only pretty much ritual summon Demise 3 times and blow up the field 3 times before you KO yourself. So you gotta 3 is enough for this deck. I run Gear Town at 3. Basically, when Gear Town is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you get to special summon Ancient Gear Golem, whatever that is, the one before. Special summon. Where is he? This guy. Special summon him from your hand, your deck, or your graveyard. So he combos well. You special summon Demise King of Armageddon. You set a Gear Town. You blow up. Gear Town is destroyed, and then you get him straight to the field from your graveyard or your deck. And it's a really crazy 3,000 beater to get him out real fast. One allure of darkness, just random draw power. It's a lot of earth and a lot of dark, so 1's good enough. 1 hand destruction, just in case you end up drawing like 2 ritual spell cards and you need something to dump, and you can easily dump 1 of them because you don't need to. Hand destruction, draw engine. Upstart Goblin, I use Upstart Goblin at 2. Basically this card, and you draw 1 card and your opponent gains 1,000 life points. I like this card a lot because It's a -1/+1. It's just deck thinner real quick, so you can draw into something you really need instead of just filling up these slots with something that you don't need. So 2 of these because I had 38 cards and I needed 40. So 2 Upstart Goblin just to thin out your deck. 2 trade-ins. I run a lot of level 8 monsters. You could easily trade him in for 2 cards. Like, he doesn't matter if he's in the graveyard. Gear Town still targets him in the graveyard, so he's a great trade-in. Also at Barbaros, he's a great trade-in. 1 Pot of Ares because you dump a lot. With ritual cards and trade-ins, you get to dump a lot of monsters, and sometimes you draw 2 mechanical chasers, and you need 2 normal monsters, so you can put them back into your deck for advanced ritual art. Giant Tornado, just to make sure your Demise King of Armageton blows up the field successfully. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon for the same purpose. Make sure he doesn't get destroyed somehow while blowing up. Heavy Storm, same thing. It also targets your Gear Town, so you can blow up your own Gear Town to special summon this guy. Monster Reborn, you trade in a lot. You can trade in 3,000 hitters and then reborn them right away. And for traps, I only run 3 traps. 2 of them are trap stuns. Basically, it came out in the new set. What it does, it negates the effect of all trap cards on the field. It doesn't negate activations, but even if they activate a card, the effect is still negated. So it's really great. You can activate Trap Stun, then special summon the Demise King of Armageton to blow up successfully. Trap Stun stops skill drain and oppression and all those crappy cards that will stop him from blowing up. And it's great since you just Trap Stun and then summon him and blow up the field, and that's a plus for you. And my last card is Magical Hats. Basically, Magical Hats is really old, and when you can activate this card during your opponent's battle phase. When you do, you select one of your monsters and 2 non-monster cards. Basically, I like to select Upstart Goblin just to thin out my deck, and Gear Town. Select 2 Gear Towns, and then you show them to your opponent. You grab them, and then you can shuffle them, and then you set them all on monster slots. And then the non-spell cards, the non-monster cards, are treated as monsters with 0 attack, 0 defense, and they are destroyed at the end of the battle phase. So by doing this, you save your monster. If it's a Dekoichi, you can flip him next turn if he survives for a card. And if they destroy your Gear Town, you can special summon an Ancient Gear Golem from your deck or graveyard, which is really good. And even if they don't destroy your Gear Town, it's still destroyed at the end of the battle phase, so you get your Ancient Gear Golem regardless, and you get to thin out your deck. And the last of it is the fusion monster, no, not fusion, synchro monsters. Basically, Darkstrike Fighter, he's great because he causes the OTK that the deck needs. And Black Rose Dragon, he's also really great because you can set down 2 Gear Towns and then synchro for Black Rose with Black Salvo and blow up the field. And then once the field is blown up, Gear Towns trigger, so you can special summon Ancient Gear Golem and attack for a really high amount of damage. And that's my deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you next time.